Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my product empties for February 2018. Yeah, 2018. Make sure I said the right year this time. Alrighty, so I have my little bin here of product empties. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to dig out my fragrance empties. So here I have a candle. This is from Gold Canyon and this is in the scent Pink Punch. I love the candles from Gold Canyon. This is like their heritage collection, I want to say, where it has like the little etching on the glass. So when this lights up, it really does kind of reflect off of all the little etchings, and it gives this beautiful glow to the room. These tend to be a little bit more on the expensive side, but they do have sales for these candles. And I want to say I purchased this for around like $8. This is the small version. They do have a medium and a tall one. This one is a 2-wick one, but I really do like these, but I only recommend them whenever they're on sale, because I think they are a little bit on the pricey side. But I kind of gave up on Bath and Body Works. I think I'm able to have like 1 or 2 more Bath and Body Works candles left in my collection, because I just didn't find that they were burning that nicely. I have another like wax empty here. This is from Night Owl Lacquer. I recently hauled this, and this is in the scent Drunken Pumpkin. They're like these little shots of wax basically, and you would put it in a warmer, like my warmer back there from Scentsy. I actually put a whole one of these in at the very beginning of January, and it is still burning in my warmer, and I can still get a little bit of a scent throw. The like full strength of the scent maybe lasted about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I would say. I have mine on almost every single day. I turn it off at night and I have mine going the entire day. And it lasted me like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. And like I said, I can still get a small scent throw, but it doesn't go like all the way down my hallway. It pretty much only just stays in this room. When I first lit it for the first almost 2 weeks, it went all the way down my hallways. Then I have a few here of the Bath and Body Works, can't remember what these are called, little wallflowers. So I have one in my bedroom, which is a eucalyptus mint, and I really like this, but I was hoping that it would be a little bit more like eucalyptus scented, because I do have a lot of like breathing issues, especially at night. So I wanted something that would be light and refreshing and would kind of help my sinuses. This ended up smelling very musky or manly with a hint of sweetness to it. It was a nice scent. It's just not what I was expecting with this. I was expecting it to be a little bit more like herbally instead of like sweet. The next one is cinnamon caramel swirl, and this is the one that I have in my entranceway downstairs. I really wanted to get like a nice festive scent still going downstairs in the entranceway, and this one is near where like all of our shoes are, and it does a really nice and lovely job. And then the last one I have is frosted cranberry. I don't know where like the little glass thing is, and this is what I burn in like my dining room area. But I also really like this scent because it's not too sweet. It does have like kind of like that sweet cranberry scent, but it's not overpowering. If I have anybody that is like sensitive to smells or doesn't really like super sweet smells or something like that, they actually really enjoy this scent. So let me go ahead and pull out some of the hair care items here. I have one from It's a 10. It's the Miracle Leave-In Plus Keratin. I didn't really notice too much of a difference between this and another leave-in product that I'm using. It is nice. It does help detangle, especially since I have curly hair. I get those crazy tangles. It does help detangle, but I don't know if there's a difference between this one, the one with keratin in it, and just the regular one. This one is a little bit more expensive than just the basic It's a 10. So if I do repurchase, I will probably repurchase the just regular one of these. I don't think the keratin one really makes much of a difference, at least in my hair it doesn't. So next I have a sample of the Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo. I really like this stuff, and I like to use these little samples when I travel, and it lasted me about like 2 or 3 little weekend trips. So I wasn't in any of these cities for more than like 4 days, and this lasted me those 3 little trips. So I really do like using these little travel size dry shampoos. This is nice, but I would never pay like full price for the Dry Bar dry shampoo. But every time I see that Sephora has like a 100-point perk, or I can get this as a free sample using like a code or something like that, I do go ahead and get these because, and the living proof ones, because I like the quality of them, but I wouldn't pay full price for those. Alrighty, let's keep going with like skincare. So I have a hand sanitizer here from Dial. This is like a little Hello Kitty one. I think this is like $1 or something like that. And I use hand sanitizer almost every single day whenever I'm doing my makeup. I think it's extremely important if I'm going to be like playing around with items and touching my face. I like to use hand sanitizer. I like this. If I ever do see them again, especially for $1, I probably would repurchase it. And of course it has a Hello Kitty, so I'm actually just thinking about keeping this empty container and putting it in like my shrine oh Hello Kitty up there. So I have a little pack here of the Ulta Beauty makeup remover facial towelettes. I got this as part of like a free sample in one of those like little bags that come with a whole bunch of samples from Ulta, and I like these. I took this with me like pretty much every single time that I would travel. I ended up using 2 of these. This one only has like 5 towelettes in them. I did have 2 of these. I don't know where the other one went. I must have accidentally thrown it away or something. But I like them. They work relatively good to remove my makeup. So it is one that I would consider purchasing, this Ulta brand one, but I have a few other makeup remover packs that I want to go through before I repurchase any more this year. So then I have 2 face masks here. One is from Pure Lease. This is the Coconut and Rice Nourishing Sheet Mask. This is actually one of the ones that I got in my Ipsy bag. I have another one of these that I still need to try out, but I really like this. I was able to feel the effects of this even through the next day. Normally these are kind of like an instant gratification type of thing. Sheet masks are only the really good ones am I able to feel the effects the next day or even the day after, and this was one of them. So I really like this. I am going to put it on my list of potential sheet masks to purchase. This is something I actually purchased right at the end of 2017. I purchased that little book of the Bio Bell sheet mask from Ulta. It's like a little variety pack because it was on sale and I had a coupon for it. This one is the one with almond oil and vitamin E. It says that it hydrates and nourishes, and I really liked these. I was also able to feel the effects of this the next day and the day after. I still have a few more of that pack to test out to see which one I liked better, but I used the hydrating one because it is winter time and I did need a little bit more like hydration in my skin because my skin's been feeling extra dry. So next I have a body scrub from Perfectly Posh. I talked about these during my best and worst of Perfectly Posh, the very first video I ever did. And I talked about how I didn't like these because of the application method. I've probably mentioned this already in another Empties video, but I have found a new way to use body scrubs that I really like. So all it took was just finding the right applicator, finding the right little, it's kind of like a little like round loofah sponge. It's designed to use with scrubs. I will try to link it. I don't know the name of it. They came in a little pack in like my BoxyCharm or Glossy Box or something like that. So I quite honestly don't remember the name of them. I'll do a little bit of research because I think I do need to repurchase a few more of those sponges. But I have been loving these body scrubs and I've been using them up rather quickly. Next, I have another item from Perfectly Posh. This is Whole Lava Love. I also talked about this in my best and worst of Perfectly Posh, and this is my absolute favorite exfoliator. They no longer make it in this form, like in this potted form. They now have it in like a little squeezy tube, but this has volcanic ash, charcoal, and peppermint oil in here, and it just pulls everything out of your skin. So you pretty much will put it on like you would any type of wash off mask, and then you're going to kind of slowly rub it in your skin, kind of like the Dr. Jart or Dr. Brandt like microdermabrasion scrubs. You're going to put it all over your face, kind of slowly massage it into your skin for about 30 seconds, no more than a minute, and then rinse it off, and as you're rinsing it off, kind of massage it. And this leaves my face feeling like a baby's but, and it also has that peppermint oil, which is really going to help pull things out of your pores, but it kind of leaves my face feeling a little hydrated. I still put on a moisturizer after using this, but it doesn't leave my skin feeling super depleted of its oils, because I am oily. So if that did happen, my skin is going to overproduce oils to compensate for the missing ones. I don't find that this exfoliator does that to my skin. It doesn't leave my skin feeling like it needs super intense hydration, just a regular moisturizer afterwards, and I love it. I do that about once a week, and it is absolutely hands down my favorite exfoliator ever. So I have a pack of eyelashes here. These are the Ardell, I want to say these are like the Demi Wispies, the number 120. I like these every so often to put them on maybe while I'm filming, or if I want to feel a little extra. So next I have the Sephora sleeping mask. This is the green tea one. They're like these little pods, and there's plenty of product in here. I was able to get like 4, maybe 5 uses out of one of these little pods. I want to say these retail for maybe like $3 or $4, and I have several of these. I really like these, especially in the winter time. And so you just put on this mask like you would a regular rinse off mask, but you don't rinse it off, you just sleep on it. And I find that it sinks into the skin kind of relatively quickly. And I'm the type of person that I move around a lot at night, and I really don't have an issue sleeping with these. So I really do like these, and I will continue to use the ones that I have in my collection, and once I'm done with those, I probably will repurchase them. Then I have this L'Oreal Paris Micellar Cleansing Water. I liked this. I liked that I got like a little travel size sample of it, so I was able to travel with this also, but I don't like this better than the Garnier one, so I probably wouldn't repurchase that. Then I have the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream. It's like a little deluxe size sample of this. I liked this, but it kind of left my face feeling gritty sometimes, and I noticed it regardless of what serum I was wearing, regardless of whatever I put underneath it, because I normally do some type of serum and then I will apply, like the final step is apply a moisturizer for me. It would happen no matter what serum I wore. It would kind of like ball up just a little bit. I think this is such an expensive product. Drunk Elephant is very expensive, that it smelled okay. It left my face feeling relatively moisturized, but it's definitely not something that I would repurchase. But I'm glad that I got it as a sample, because I would have been really mad if I purchased like a full size of that and ended up not liking it. I have one more skincare item here. This is from Philosophy. This is the Time in a Bottle serum little sample. It says Resist, Renew, Repair Serum. I really like this. I was able to get about a week's worth of use out of this, and I put a little bit all over my face, and it sunk into my face almost immediately. But any fine lines that I had definitely disappeared the next day. It left my skin looking hydrated. So I'm actually contemplating buying a full size of this. Right now I want to focus again on using up all of the samples that I have. And I'm kind of like that I'm playing around with a lot of these different samples, because I'm really trying to narrow down which serums I want to purchase like full sizes of, and that's one of the ones that I'm thinking about purchasing a full size of. So I have one nail polish empty. This is the Out the Door top coat. I have had this top coat for like 2 years, and I finally finished it. There is a very little bit left at the bottom, but it is pretty much gunky and dried out, so I'm just gonna call that one done. It served its purpose. I really did like that nail polish. It's very inexpensive. I purchased it from like Sally's Beauty Supply, and I probably would repurchase another one of these. I really do like this for like nail art and nail stamping. It doesn't seem to like pull any of the designs, but I have so many like small top coat bottles that I need to work through that I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing top coats for a while. All right, let's get into the makeup items. So I have 2 here that I'm pretty much considering makeup. This one is part of my project pan. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea like lip drench or lip splash or whatever. This is in the color Nude, and I did use this up, but one thing I wanted to note, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is so much product still left in this container even when you fully like pull it it up, that what I did is I took a little spatula and I was just kind of scraping in there, and I ended up getting another 2 weeks worth of I use this product every single day. I ended up getting another 2 weeks worth of usage by scraping it out. So I thought it was kind of worth the money because these are kind of expensive. So when I first used this up, and like I want to say it took me like 3 weeks to use this up, I was like, dang, I'm paying like $15 or something for one of these to use it up in like 3 weeks if I use it consistently. But I mean, a month and a half of usage isn't so bad, but just be mindful of that if you do have these in your collection. So next I have the Josie Maran Surreal Skin Argan Finishing Balm. You guys, I really like this. This is in the shade Etheric, I think. And pretty much the way I use this is every single time I powdered, I would put a little bit of this and kind of just lightly pat it into my skin to kind of help that powder like melt into my skin. Kind of like MAC Fix Plus. I did like it, but I feel like MAC Fix Plus is just the easier way to do the exact same thing. But I'm glad that I got to use up that sample. And then I do have another item here from my project pan. This is the Makeup Forever HD powder. I completely use this up. I am going to pop the little pan out of here because this has like a nice little mirror, and you can pop the pan out and put, like, if you wanted to buy the refill, you could just buy the refill. Last two items of my empties. Sorry guys, this is a little bit of a long video, but I did use up a lot throughout the month of January. So this is from Kat Von D, and this is the ink liner in the color Trooper. I really like this. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this liner, but I would never pay for one of these. Again, this is another item, kind of like the Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo. I love getting these as 100-point perks. Every single time I see this as a 100-point perk, I go ahead and pick it up, but it did last me a few months, so I really liked that. And then I used up a sample of the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation, and this is in the color 06 Cashmere. This is a little light for me, but I was using it and mixing it in with another one of these little Bare Mineral ones that I got that's a little bit too deep of a shade for me. I really like this sample. This little sample lasted me like quite a bit. So I guess if I were to use this every single day, it would have probably lasted me like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but that's really nice for a little like freebie that I got. So that's it. Those are all of the product empties for February 2018. I hope you guys like these empties. Please give them a thumbs up if you do. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I currently post 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then on Sundays I like to do a weekly makeup basket. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.